Change your diet, change your life, change the planet.
The divide is that people want to believe that dietary solutions are the only solutions.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really problematic stance to take.
Yeah.
Because for most people, making a dietary transformation is not a simple process.
No.
There's a lot that's going on emotionally, mentally, culturally, that needs to be dealt with, that needs to be addressed, that needs to be taken seriously and not, brushed under the rug and say, oh, just get over it. Just toughen up and make the choice. Come on, it's simple. Just eat better food. I'm not a fan of that word just. Nike says just do it, and I think that's the worst advice you could give to somebody. Just ignore everything that's going on inside of you. Just completely invalidate your experience and, the entire wiring of your brain and force yourself into a situation that you feel uncomfortable with. So, yeah, I think dealing with emotional issues, dealing with neural issues, like understanding how your brain works, why it does what it does, why you want to eat certain foods, why you don't want to eat others, why you want to lay around on the couch, why you want to check your email 1,000 times a day instead of, doing other things that are going to move you forward in life. Like, why are we doing this? If we can understand that and we can gain some power towards moving forward, towards things that actually, change our life in a positive way, then shouldn't we focus all of our attention on that? Instead of focusing on Band-Aids? And that's...
People want to think, though, that there's just a really simple answer,
Everybody
Nobody
wants
to
a
think
simple
that
answer.
the road to healthy living is this long, difficult journey of many years. People want to just they can change diet and overnight, woo, everything's great.
See, the funny thing is that people don't want to take the long, hard road, as you just said. They want to take the easy road. Yeah. But the ironic thing is that the road that they're on is the long, hard road.
Yeah.
And the road towards understanding how their emotions and their brain works, and the road towards being more powerful in their own life and with their own thoughts, that's actually the easy road. It just seems like it's the hard road. The one that they're currently on is the hard road, which is why they're making bad choices. It's the brain has it all wrong. And it's no individual's fault. It's not bad thinking. It's just the way that the brain's wired. We're not wired for this modern environment. We're wired for very, very different times. So the makeup of the brain is, disadvantageous to where we currently live and with the level of abundance that we currently have. Which is, people talk about gratitude all the time. Like, you should be grateful for what you have. The brain isn't wired for this much abundance. That's not a natural state. That's not our first response. Because it evolved in a time when there was a lot of danger and there was a lot of threat and there were limited resources. So we don't understand this idea of abundant resources. It just doesn't make sense to the brain. No matter how logical it sounds to just relax and enjoy the abundance. And yeah, I think that is the best choice. But the brain is like, oh, I don't know, that doesn't compute. That just doesn't make sense. So, that's what I'm working with now. Not telling people what to eat, but trying to paint a picture of the mental landscape that they're dealing with. Not telling them how to think, but here's something you may want to take a look at. Here's another view of something that you've been looking at all your life, and maybe you never saw this view. And if you look at this view, maybe it'll open you up to other views. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But as you said, always looking for the positive. For me, I see everything. I see the good and the bad, and then I choose to focus on the good. But first I need to see the bad as well. It's like, okay, what am I dealing with? And now let's try to take positive steps in the midst of that. Rather than, okay, there is no bad, I'm pretending like the bad's not there. And then trying to work with something, but you're only working with half the picture. So you're much more likely to make a mistake or get hurt or hurt other people. Because you're not aware of what they're dealing with.
Yeah.
If you have a limited perspective of your own experience, you're going to have an even more limited perspective of the experience of others. And I think this is where dogma, can be really, really harmful to people.